So didn't I tell you that this was going to happen? We sent out that email. Today, right, about active subscribers. You would not believe the amount of people emailing into our customer service email. Oh, now you picked the time to lower the price. I just had to pause my subscription. I want to subscribe again. No, that's the whole point.
No, which I agree. The whole point is thank you for everybody that stuck with us all this time.
Right.
Listen, it is the whole process is brutal. It really is.
And think about this. First, we're told we can't get into bookstores, or no of the big distributors are going to touch us because we had jackasses from the very beginning that made the pages the wrong size. Okay, and then didn't even use InDesign so we could fix it easily. It was Corel Draw. Who the hell uses Corel Draw?
When, as a photographer, there was an industry standard. Like, you could do whatever you want if it's just you. If it's just you doing something. Guys, like, the rules are like you could do whatever you want.
Right. But if you're working in a group and everyone in the group is using a particular type of software or whatever, you have to use that software.
I know.
Use whatever the hell you want and then say, oh, no, I only know this. And I'm a professional. I'm the commander's goofball or whatever the hell he was. I mean, it's unbelievable. Okay, so we get done with that. We do that. Then we have to reformat all the pages, and our good people are sticking by us through this as we eke out the magazine.
No, okay, guys. If you guys, the best way I could describe it, okay, it's really the best way I could describe it is if you have a piece of paper. Who knew? All the pieces of paper, because they go into your printer, are all the same size, 8.5 by 11. Like you, no matter what you do, there's no getting around that. Yeah. There's not.
All right. So hold on a second. So as a result of all of this, you have all of the other grifting SOBs on the George moniker, George News, the George Collection, and they're all like, oh, the original George magazine, like it's the gosh darn holy grail of writing. I've never seen anything like it. As a matter of fact, you and I know that John is not particularly proud of that first run for various reasons, which we're not going to get into.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's right.
Oh no, it's the only original. You got to stick with the original. So wait a minute, Gene. So we get So they're all grifting off the name. Why can't you go find your own thing to do? Right? Why don't you call your Why don't you call your video thing Blondie?
Well,
or Moron News, or what was it? What was he doing? He was the Marco Polo guy, right? He's the Marco Polo guy. Call yourself Marco Polo. No one will care.
Listen, we obviously we do deeply respect JFK Jr. and everything else. There's a lot of people involved in this. A lot. People say they have this. So go look at the first issue, the very first issue. Page through it and see the advertisement with the topless girl. Seriously.
Yeah.
Right. So, this is what. Go ahead.
So hold on, let me, and then I got to say hello to people because Mary Elizabeth, she brought this out to me this morning, and I've been waiting to pounce on this all day. And thank you, Mary. It was great. And normally Tracy does it as well, but Mary really hit the nail on the head. So they got these Telegram groups. Anyway, so through this process, you have all of these jackasses out there saying, "Oh, those guys, they're going out of business. They're about done. They're gone." Meanwhile, Flynn's magazine, Andrew, that's gone. Then you have that other thing, the Capitol Hills Times, or whatever the hell that is, where they got the paper is like the National Enquirer, right? So they got that thing. I don't know what happened to that. So through this whole process, what have we done? We reformatted every page of every issue. Then we've completely revamped and redesigned and upgraded to the highest levels our website. Now, on top of that, we set up a pricing structure so that the people that were loyal to us and stuck with us through all this nonsense, they're moving from the old subscription price of $22.95 down to $19.95, and there's going to be additional benefits as well.
Yes. Right.
The new subscription price for people starting today, if they're going to subscribe, is $24.95. Now, if you just want to buy a one-off of the current issue, it's $29.95. But as soon as, now this is the important part to keep in mind, as soon as, like right now, we have issue 43 up, or 44 rather. As soon as issue 45 comes out, issue 44 goes from $29.95 to $85. And there's a reason for that, and it has all to do with our structure and printing and all of that. But that is how it's working. So as soon as that new issue comes out, the price is no longer $29.95; it becomes $85 for last month's issue.
And I'm going to just say this one more time with this. When JFK Jr. started this, again, go to the very first issue, the hardest magazine to start and run. It's in there, Politics and Religion. Now, you know that while he was doing that, there's so many different things pulling JFK Jr. in different directions, because this was not just, he has investors, he has this, he has other people involved. Seriously, and it's cool. When I say it's cool, look at the first issue, the advertisements. You know, people talk about it all the time, a nude, I should say a topless woman.
I know.
All right. So
no one was proud of that.
So
I don't care what any alleged expert says today. Nobody was proud of that. And Chris Berman he can shove it up. Well, he can say whatever he wants, because John and him had a big fallout and he left anyway. So now he's another authority on Instagram.
So what we have going on here with George Magazine, okay? And like I said before, I said this in the issue, I take no pleasure in being a truth teller. To go there and say this is what's really going on, and to burn deeply embedded lies in people where they say, oh, well, I believe this. And we're like ripping out their hope because they believe that someone's just going to come with $10 million for every person because they signed their name in all caps or whatever. It gives me no pleasure to be a truth teller. But this is where we are. This is where I was put. This is where God put us. And what do we do with the magazine? Truth. Yep. So much so that things come up years later. When we talked about gerrymandering, that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. When we talked about the brick style list, that was 2 years ago. When we said when it first came out, to the month, reminder, to the month that the new George magazine, the reboot, came out with Donald Trump on the cover, that same month, he said he was running for office again, the return of Trump.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Got me going.
Well,
all right. It's Friday.
So this was a big day. We got out that email. I know all of our folks got it, and customer service is being inundated with, all sorts of, that customer service email is like just a fountain of negativity. Now it's oh, you SOBs, I just canceled and now you're lowering the price, blah blah blah. I'm telling you what this is going to do. This is going to drive a wedge between the customers and those people that have been running us down for months. Because now people are going to look at them and say, you told us they were going out of business. You told us all this other stuff. And the opposite is true.
What wrong have we done with this? And like I said, Dave, we've been doing this consistent, where we would say something and tell you what's going to happen, and it does. We're not. Listen. Let's see. Okay, we're good on time. I just saw a video where someone says, "Oh, there's going to be no midterms," and of course they always say, "I may be wrong."
Gene, they say this every time there's a midterm, every time there's an election. Oh, they're going to suspend the elections. This is another hoax to not get you to vote.
Right, because if it's going to be canceled anyway, if it's going to be crooked, why even bother? Why go out there? I remember before the election here for Secretary of State, you know how much people were working the phone, texting me? You know how many texts I got, people saying, don't forget, early voting, do you know where it is? All of this stuff.
Right. Right. All right. Let me say
hello to some people.
We got a ton of people in here, and let's see. We got Crypto Prophet.
Oh, I like that guy. I like that guy.
We came through with the real estate article.
I like that. He's
very smart. Daniel's here. Phil, Jamie, Stella, Aaron. All right, Aaron, Julie, Tracy's here. Teresa, very good. Debbie, gee, we got the Teresa's here. That's it. Did I say hi to Phil already?
Yeah.
All right, Donna. Let's see. We got the whole game. Mary Elizabeth. Thank you, Mary Elizabeth, once again. I appreciated that. Sean is here. Let's see. Cheryl. All right. Cheryl made it. That's great.
Guys,
Sherry's here. Sherry Edwards.
Make sure you share this. There's a couple of hot topics here. The first one is really hot.
William made it too. That's great. All right. We got a big crowd. Please share the link.
Yes.
Because we are going to get into some great stuff as far as like the South Carolina primary and the real estate bubble and this whole business online about the United States, about Israel taking over the U.S. military or our militaries being combined. We're going to tackle that thing too.
Let's start with that. Let's debunk it right away. Here we go. All right. You can get the dispatch. This is one of our free items you get every Monday through Friday. The dispatch comes in the mail to you, and you get all these stories that we personally curate. Just so you know, it takes about 3 hours every morning to do this, to find what the latest news is. Okay. Now, this one is one of our articles. Not sure if you saw this, but people online, I know my feed is filled with it. Section 224, where people believe or they are complaining that, oh, I can't have this. What, the United States has now merged its military with Israel. Another one of these, like, oh, we hate Israel. But what's the truth of it? It was actually our article, Dave Blaze.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is that here's how aid to Israel works. We have a very symbiotic relationship. So we provide, let's say we provide $10 billion in aid, and Israel turns around and buys $10 billion worth of our military equipment. And then they take that military equipment, make it better, and then give it back to us so we can improve on our own military equipment. So who hates this? Who would hate this? Not our allies, not France. They're very busy eating brie and sipping red wine. It's not the Spanish. It's not the Germans. It's none of those people. Who would hate this? China would hate it. Russia would hate it. Iran would hate it. Right? So that's where this propaganda is coming from. Oh, no more aid to Israel. No more aid to Israel. Go ahead, Gene.
Okay. Here is the analogy that we came up with earlier before when we were preparing this show. You have like us as Ford Motor Company, and we are actually making the Ford Mustang, if you want. We make it. However, they buy it from us, but they are like Shelby. Okay,
Right.
you heard of the Shelby Mustang? They take the Mustang that they bought from us, and they're like, how can we soup this up? How can we make this faster? Should we put nitrous oxide in here? What can we do to make this better? And they took our F-22 Raptor and bought it from us, and they said, oh, if we take AI technology and do this and we do this, they made it better. And what do? Give it back to us for us to look at.
Right. So we can then give it back to the manufacturer, whoever it was, whether it was Boeing or
Lockheed,
whoever.
Right.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin, whoever made it, and then they could look over what was done to it and re-engineer it. So this, like we're saying, this is a symbiotic relationship, and these other three nations, they hate it because it just makes us all the more powerful.
Right.
And of course, Israel is powerful. They
Reminder, when you hear this, because you guys seen these videos where someone comes in and goes, you're not going to believe what happened. Look at this. This is like all this. Because let's face it, it pisses you off. It pisses me off, right? But that's where we come in and we say, okay, let's investigate it. We put that in the dispatch this morning.
Right.
That's it. To clear it up.
So it comes from a misunderstanding of Section 224 of the National Defense Bill. And basically, that section describes exactly what we're saying now. It's an integration of technology, has no bearing on.
Please don't think that the absolute winner in this is only Israel. The absolute winner
is us.
We're the ones selling them the stuff. Now, don't forget, we already approved are going to get the Golden Dome, right? The missile system that is one side is supposedly going to be in Guam, which, by the way, we own, the United States. The other part in Greenland. And it's going to protect our country from nuclear missiles. This is technology jointly created, with USA and Israel. Watch what the Iron Dome and also David Sling does in Israel. Here we go.
It launches a guided missile, which is in constant communication with the ground. Then, what's interesting, the missile never actually hits the incoming rocket. It blows itself up nearby. It's a proximity interceptor, and that explosion is what knocks out the target.
The advantage of a proximity system is just that. In other words, you don't actually have to hit the target missile. You can just come close enough.
Israel's army says the Iron Dome boasts a 90% success rate, but I will add, that number is heavily disputed, partly because the Iron Dome doesn't actually try to intercept all incoming rockets, only those heading towards strategic targets.
Right. So if their radar tells them or their technology tells them that the missile is heading for, Jerusalem, they'll intercept it. If it's going off into the sea somewhere,
these calculations are done with artificial intelligence. This is not some guy seeing the missile and goes, where do you think this missile is going to go? These are all technologies, and these people are very smart. We have a lot of smart people in the United States. Just saying, this is a good thing, but look at how people, through misunderstanding, but others very nefarious, how they're ginning people up, getting them pissed off, quite frankly.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think these people that are part of this network that are always pushing forward this these rage posts, I got to tell you, I don't think they're smart at all. I think they might be a little cunning. They're cunning, but these are idiots. I mean, if we go through them, these are not smart. These are not like smart, educated. And you don't have to be educated to be smart. You can learn and you can be a smart person. You don't need a high level of education. But that's not these people. These people are they're like actual dummies. And they just get these talking points and they understand how to make people's emotions go, and that's what they push out there. And everything right now is hate the Jews.
Yep. Okay. Very good on that one. So if you haven't gotten it, that was from today's dispatch, and it was one of our articles.
I mean, no, seriously, Gene. If our folks watch them on X and even on Facebook sometimes, like the post about John having a twin brother named Jack. Not that Jack is a nickname for John. You know what I mean? I mean, it's so stupid. It's so stupid, right? I remember that Gilligan's Island clip. Remember that Gilligan's Island clip where the Russian guy said, "Oh no, he's too stupid to be
stupid to be stupid." Actually, cleverest one.
Right.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Dave, this weekend, or actually Monday, we're filming a show, a special. Well, it was going to be filmed. We have an election day coming up on Tuesday. It's going to be big. South Carolina, Nevada, Maine.
Gene, I'm gonna interrupt you for a minute because this is a big thing here. And let me just settle Crypto Profit and everybody else that's involved in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and so on. All right. Aside from IRGC moving around Bitcoin and whatever, the decrease.
Let's fill people in. IRGC, the
Iranian Royal Guard.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Something.
Yeah.
So, what you're watching is this. In a very short period of time, you're going to have the IPO for OpenAI. You're going to have the IPO for Elon Musk's SpaceX is coming out, and those are monster IPOs. I mean, I think the initial stock offering for SpaceX is several $100s a share. OpenAI is another one that's like that, and I think there's a couple more very big IPOs that are coming out in the market. So all of the giant hedge funds that are heavily vested in a lot of things, gold and cryptocurrencies and so on, are selling off to
get
make
into the
room
action
for these big stock purchases that they're going to have to get involved with. That's the decrease you're seeing right now in the crypto market.
So in other words, and I just saw the Drudge headline that says that the stock market is booming, and then but the crypto market was falling. So is this people moving money?
Look, if let's say you're a hedge fund, you have $100 million. I know they have a lot more than that, but for argument's sake, $100 million to work with, and you need to take a good sized position in SpaceX, right? So you all your funds are tied up. You're not liquid. So you need liquid, right? You need dollars. So you've got to cash in whatever you can cash in and move away from that into dollars so that you're liquid to invest into the big IPOs that are coming out. And that's basically all it is.
Okay, very good. That's interesting. Okay, let's just go ahead and talk about this. One of the big things that we'll talk about next week is the South Carolina election. A lot of things going on with that because South Carolina is the first in the South for the primary for 2028. So there's a lot of jockeying, and who is governor is important. A lot of things are important. One of the things, though, Dave, is for the governor's race, Trump already weighed in with Pamela Vett. Now, she's really not far from being to be a household name. The other one is Alan Wilson, far from being a household name, and also Ralph Norman, I believe, a congressman, way far from being a household name. But Nancy Mace, my goodness, she dominates many of the discussions. But what's your thoughts?
Look how she's trailing in the polls.
Yes, Dave. Well, we put the poll numbers there,
Yeah.
But almost everyone I've seen, she's like trailing badly. And this is what the polls say. I didn't invent this, which is strange, where a phenomenon, Dave, where someone that's very, very popular nationwide, but might not be as popular in her own state per se, because everyone knows who she is.
Maybe they know her.
Yeah. Well, she's a master. If I could say, she's a master. She's a master of going viral. I don't know how many times she went viral.
Because she's, we know why.
Should I show the clip?
Yeah, I mean, she does outrageous things. Yeah, show the clip. Show this clip.
Okay, this is from Nancy Mace's own phone. So this is, but this one went viral. Maybe it was like a year ago. Here we go. This is Nancy Mace at the, I don't know, Walgreens. Who knows? Here we go.
Because you're getting in my face about a town hall. You could have gone last year. Would you like me?
If you have any plans to have more town halls this year?
I have town halls every year. I have over a dozen every year.
Great. That was my entire question. You didn't have to go into the spiel at all.
You could have come to any of them last year.
Okay. And
I had over a dozen.
Year, not 2024.
Where were you the year before that? Or the year before that?
It was a simple question.
Oh, because you know what? Because you people on the left are crazy.
So
you're absolutely crazy.
I'm absolutely
you are. And get out of my face. Goodbye.
You're insane.
You.
You're gonna me. You're gonna be voted out so fast this year.
I'm not. I won by so much.
You're a disgrace to this state. That's what you are. You're a disgrace. I asked you a simple question, and you just to go on this tirade and tell me.
Yeah. You.
Disgusting.
Get out of my face.
You.
The guy. Okay. So she realizes first. She realizes that she thinks he's a little effeminate.
Oh no, she mentioned that I voted for gay marriage.
Right. So all the guy is asking is, are you going to have any other town halls? So what person in their right mind immediately pulls out their phone and starts filming? She's filming while she's talking. Who does this?
This is like, out of her viral clips, this might be like number 4 or 5. I mean, this is not even. This barely made top 10.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron. The guy just wanted to pay for shampoo, and she's giving him this whole spiel about whatever.
You just imagine just going there and it's like, someone just saying "F you."
Yeah.
It's just they go back and forth. I know,
Yes,
but it's just
the
funny.
guy says, all I was asking you is if you're going to have any more town. Oh, you're effing nuts. You're effing. She's like, I'm effing what?
See, guys, this maybe there's other and like this, all due respect. I mean, there's other ones. This is like mid-range, like of her viral. She everyone knows her, right? She's all right.
And then remember the scene at the airport? The scene
Yeah,
at the airport where she was getting, because they didn't run out and escort her, whatever the world she thought.
She gets walked by these to her car.
Yeah, so she's in the airport and she's jumping all over airport security, right? She's jumping on airport security. So she goes, "Oh, I bet you wouldn't treat Tim Scott this way." Why wouldn't she say, "I bet you wouldn't treat Lindsey Graham this way"? Why would she single out Tim Scott? I wonder.
Oh,
Woman is she's looking for trouble.
No, I would imagine she's looking for attention. I mean, she's like constant. I think you have to do that to be like national. Oh, really quick, as a reminder, guys, people that are federal elected, they can take their federal money and use it for a state election, but you cannot go the opposite. So if you have state money, you can't move it in your campaign funds.
Right.
So people that do have that are like federal, congressmen, senators, they could go into state races very easy. They just move their funds over. You can't do it the opposite way. Just want to let people know. All right.
She's our favorite.
Not kidding. The shampoo is like, F you, F you.
Nancy is always good for a great clip.
I'm telling you, this is I love this. This is great
And you
stuff.
know, the
Okay.
thing is, not for nothing, guys, but there's like gee, 480 people in the House.
Right,
This
420, whatever. Yeah.
Right. All right. So 420.
Whatever.
So aside from a handful, can you
That you all
name
know.
any other representatives?
Right. No, and that's why you have to you have to be like a Marjorie Taylor Greene to do something like crazy, to be viral, and then everyone knows you.
Right.
Guys, I said this before. 400 something U.S. congressmen. I'm not joking. Like, I'm in this business. I could probably name like 30, maybe 30, and that's pretty good. Like, people, you don't know these people. All right. This one's good, Dave. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. This is going crazy on social media too. And we use and the picture we have here is because that President Trump, the Trump administration with Secretary Rubio is orchestrating this.
Yes. Zelenskyy issues open letter to Putin proposing meeting as U.S. fully focus on Iran. Okay. Very simple for this video, guys. As a reminder, because I know there was a lot of confusion. Basically, early on, who's good, who's bad? Are we on what's going on with Russia? Because basically, MAGA was PSYOP, right? Remember, look at Putin. He threw Trump a soccer ball inside, had a hard drive. Remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
he probably gave President Trump that soccer ball, and Trump's like, how long do I have to hold on to this?
Right. So guys, this was very confusing.
Listen, I'll just tell a quick side, so I'll never forget this woman I used to know, and I wasn't going out with her, but I was a good friend, and she's telling me how she went out on this date, and the guy, when he first showed up, he brought her a rose, and she goes, I really liked it, and then I'm thinking to myself, how long do I have to hold on to this thing? I just thought that struck me so funny at the time. All right, continue on. I'm sorry.
Just a reminder, guys. I was there. All right.
Without a rose.
Trump and Putin are secretly working to take down the deep state. You guys heard that how many times? All right. So we all know that it was said that way. Okay. Now that Trump is president and Rubio is his guy, take a guess whose side, and don't say nobody's. Here we go. 33 seconds.
That said, let's be clear. We are not, to be fair and to be frank, we are not impartial mediators in that war. Okay, we don't provide weapons to Russia. We only provide weapons to Ukraine. We don't impose sanctions on Ukraine. We only impose sanctions on Russia. So we have clearly taken a side. We continue to sell weapons to Ukraine, by the way, through the Pearl program, unimpeded by what's happened in the Middle East or anywhere else. And look, we'd love to see that come to a negotiated settlement. As of right now, the prospects don't look great that either side is prepared to make the concessions necessary.
There you have it. This is Donald Trump's hand-picked Secretary of State. So all this stuff, like, guys, I was there. It's Trump and Putin secretly working together.
Now let me ask you a question. And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Don and Eric set up some kind of a company that would in some way intersect with the drone technology that Ukraine has developed?
I believe so. I don't quote me on that.
Right. So when we think that, the Trumps, they're all in with Putin. No. Putin's a bad guy.
Guys, this war would be like reminder that the war was like they even gave up. Like, you made these gains in Ukraine, you could take it. Like we talked about it 100 times. And as a reminder, with this, we love the Russian people. We love the Iranian people. It's the regimes. It looks good. Should I reveal your beauty
Thanks,
secrets?
Darren.
He has beauty secrets.
It's I gotta tell you,
It's mine.
to be said
Right.
for blackstrap molasses.
Blackstrap molasses. Now, I don't take the because it's disgusting if you spoon it in, but I take the look at this.
You don't
beauty
like
secret.
blackstrap molasses?
No. I tried it. I couldn't do it. I did.
Truly?
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh
You
my
take a
God.
tablespoon. Oh. That's all.
It looks it's like bad soy. It's like bad soy sauce.
Dealing with little capsules that have like a little tiny, teeny tiny bit. I'm telling you, that's why I see you with the shoe polish, because you're not taking enough of the blackstrap molasses.
It's shoe polish.
Yeah, Gene's got a hold of over to the side there. He's got a supply of little cans of Florsheim. He's got the Florsheim with the brush. And instead of putting on his shoes, he's like, I'm just joking.
Wow.
I'm just joking. He only does that on the weekends.
All right, guys, really quick, I just want to make mention on this that we love the Iranian people. Like, that's what these other ones that are all defending them. You know that you're defending the regime, but we love the Iranian people. This is one of the stars that 2 months ago got hung publicly, Olympic wrestler. And it's
and his crime was speaking out against the regime, not burning Iranian flags, not throwing bricks through buildings, not trying to attack the police or anything. He was just speaking out against the regime, and they hung him.
Right. Guys, reminder again, we love these people in Iran. They, before this, and you should see the videos. We showed it once. We got a strike on it. Look at the videos from the 70s, early 70s of Iran. It's like you would vacation there. It was great.
Yeah. No, and the people are wonderful. But I'm telling you, these mullahs that are running that regime in Iran, President Trump's 1,000% correct. They're crazy people. And they hate their own people. Okay, give me an example. Do you know why? One of the reasons why they're dragging on this process, okay, of these negotiation process, and they're antagonizing, they keep antagonizing the United States, is because the one thing that the regime fears is their own people. So with the messaging that they're putting forward is that we are going to antagonize the United States so that all of our people think that another set of bombings is going to take place at any time, so they'll stay inside, they'll stay within their homes and not get out on the street and protest and try and kill us.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. I mean, I know that's a deep thing to think about. But these guys are nuts.
Also, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm a big wrestling fan. I watched the NCAA competition for the college for the wrestling. The Iranians, when it comes to that in the international scenes, they're some of the best wrestlers in the whole world. Amazing people. Okay, let's just do this. Stick around, guys, because we have a couple more things to do. But just wanted to remind everyone that we have our devotionals that we do. This was the one that we did today. Truth seekers being liars. Let me just run part of it. The devotional was only a minute and a half, but this is 45 seconds. Here we go. And it reads, "This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not in the vanity of their mind." Now, you think about that and you ask yourself, well, what is the vanity of their mind? Well, what is it that these people do? Very clever, but what does the Bible say? Ephesians 4:14 says, "Every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive." So you have to remember that there are actually people that call themselves truth seekers, but quite frankly, they are liars.
Right.
Okay.
So they come up with all of these crazy narratives about all sorts of topics, including the Holy Scriptures, including Jesus Christ. They come up with all these theories, and then they put them forward. And not you guys, but people out there, unwittingly, because they really truly don't know any better, they spread those lies, and share that stuff all over the place.
We are up to this now, where we are telling people, guys, you have been you have been trained to share lies. These are outright lies, and then we're like trained to do it. And then you say, or people say, "Oh, we're truth tellers. We're truth tellers. If you know, you know. We're truth tellers." But guys, you know these are lies. I mean, at the very least, what I would even prefer if you guys even said to whoever, fact check it through chat, GPT or Grok or whatever. You realize a simple search on some of these will give you reasonings of like, wow, that doesn't even make sense. So stop sharing lies. These are lies.
The bottom line is, if you do not have and you cannot find one shred of evidence or proof of what you're sharing to be true, don't share it.
Let's go share it. Guys, I'm like, we are truth seekers, and this is like, whoa. But like we're almost like addicted, or people are addicted to kind of show, look how intelligent I am, because you don't know this, but I'll tell you what's really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And we have our job here. What we do is we're explainers, but we're explaining how the government works, how these relationships with countries work, how the dollar is tied in with this, and that's what we do. Great today with crypto profit. That was a great question. Okay, wow. Maybe it's not anything spooky. Maybe it's just a couple of IPOs and people want to make some bank on it. Right. So they take the money out of this to put it in this, whatever.
But Gene, then these people, they come up with these crazy narratives. They put them out there, and then when you question them, well, there's no proof of this. They go, how do you know? How does anybody know? How does anybody know anything? And that's where they want you. They want you in the camp and in the thought process of, how do you really know if anything is true?
Right.
Because once you get into that mindset, then you're going to just listen to them. Yeah. And you're not going to think for yourself at all.
All right. Let's do this before we one more after this, but the housing market. This is also from the Dispatch, and this is one of our articles that we put up. The U.S. housing market is a ticking time bomb, but not for the reason you think. Dave, you just want to give us a brief overview before our video on this?
Well, the brief overview, I mean, the article goes into a lot of details about interest rates and all sorts of the market conditions and so on. But the umbrella picture is older Americans hold the great majority of real estate, and property values have increased, and nobody's moving.
Yeah, right. Okay. Let's watch this video, and basically says the same thing.
And I'm going to tell you something. Sure. There, as within a short period of time, not so short, but maybe 20, 30 years, if the Lord tarries, there is going to be a transfer of wealth in this country that has never been seen before.
Right, because they're holding on to some of these properties because they're like, why would I'm not going to sell it for lower than what I think it's worth.
Right.
Okay. Watch this video. Very interesting. Here we go.
And here's the thing. She has not changed her price. She hasn't changed her price because she feels that that home that she's living in right now, that is worth what she's asking. And it may be worth it in her opinion, but the problem is other people don't think so. And so they're not paying those prices. She's been sitting at the same price for over a year, but all she's doing is taking her home off the market, putting it back on. That's it. Now, I want to read something to you though. Look at this right here. It says the increase of delistings comes as higher mortgage rates, elevated gas prices, and weaker consumer confidence take their toll on housing demand. Sellers are no longer in the driver's seat and aren't getting the prices they want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're not getting the prices they want.
Right.
Because they really have no intention. Where are they going to go?
Right. No, listen.
30
I
years.
know.
The house is just about paid off or is paid off.
Right.
What are you going to do? Now you're going to sell the house to do what? Move to another house so you can start that process all over again?
I seen this with my mom and her house that she's that's still the house I grew up in. But I also saw it with me when I sold my house in Myrtle Beach because I needed to sell the house because I needed that money to buy this new house. And so it was like, okay, you put it on the market. It's like, oh, we don't like that price. We want it at this price. It's like, okay, I want it at this price. And then you figure it out, and then they're demanding, oh, you need to do this and this. And I'm motivated because I need to sell this house to buy this new house. But it's not like this where if you're older and you already got what you needed.
Right.
All right.
Right. Now, Gene, let me just say, Phil says, I'll move next door to you, Dave. Phil, that would be fine. I just want to let you know that Pumpkin does charge insurance. He's got some kind of insurance racket going on in the neighborhood. There he is. That's him after he eats his second breakfast in a little empty bowl there. So he's got an insurance racket, him and his associates. And so there might be some kind of there they are. So there might be some kind of like an informal tax that you might have to pay.
That dog is a crazy eye killer, just so you know, crazy eye killer.
That's right. Hey, did we talk about Platna in the or who you call planters? Did we talk about him in the main primary?
No, that was yesterday's show. We already did him.
We did?
Yeah.
Because in the polling, his largest group of supporters are women.
Really?
Not just Democrat women in general. So they're looking at this guy with the mustache and the deep voice, he's talking like this. And they're like, hey, you know what? I might not, he might be a Nazi and all, but, I might like that guy.
We're going to get Phil to run for office.
That's right. That's right. Right. We're going to get Phil to run for office. But I'm telling you, if you look at his polling, that's why the opposition is putting out there about these texts that he's sending women. Now they got the old girlfriends coming forward, that he locked one in a room, told her she can't come out until she calms down, All
right. Guys, before we get to the weekend, I'd like to remind you, you can get a subscription to George Magazine, but a digital subscription as well. This digital subscription gives you access to all these older articles that we've been talking about. So just go to georgemagazine.com. And a reminder, guys, when you see this is not like the first one of George where it's like, oh, look, Madonna's in there. We are putting in there things that is front page news today. Gerrymandering.
Yeah. And the other thing is the digital subscription is only $9.95 and you get access to all the issues.
Yes. So
that's number one. Number two, don't forget, we told you about gold yesterday. You about gold. And we're not saying that that's going to happen to gold tomorrow or next week, next month. Just keep your ear to the ground on that.
Guys, just so you know how it works here. When we say something, we write it down when we said it. Just so you know.
We'll be circling back to that one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Friday, very excited here. We work very, very hard Monday through Friday here. But on the weekends, we get a chance to catch up. I still do work on the weekends. I have more than a few more. But the 250th book, I'm getting them signed.
Oh, yeah, that he does.
I do.
That he does.
Yeah.
That he does. And cries about it all day long. Oh, man, my hands, I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. That's how he
I had
said
a crick in my
He
neck.
does his Arnold Schwarzenegger imitation. That's what.
Right.
That's right.
That's
You
pretty
got
good.
no idea, guys.
All right. So just so you know, we're looking forward to the weekend. Don't forget, next week, American Post podcast is going to be back. We're going to film on Monday because there's a big election coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I want to fill you in on what the results, what it means if one thing happens or another. Okay, Dave. Anything else? We gotta run here. Thank you.
No. But listen, we just want to say again, thank you so much to all of our subscribers, on our day one subscribers, and those that came shortly after that have stuck with us through this process. You guys are great, and we're not going to disappoint you. There's so much more coming. Okay.
And a map post probably this weekend as well, probably on Monday, a map post. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.